Hi guys, and welcome back. In today's video, we are looking at how to move a conversation from a post to direct messenger. I see this a lot with coaches who are unsure about how or when to move a conversation over from engagement with your content or in your post to a direct messenger. So this is what we're looking at in today's video. So this is going to be a general guide, and really I want you to remember to use your situational awareness with this stuff. So there's going to be varying levels of relationship that you have with these people. For example, if they are on your page and commenting on your stuff, then there's going to be more a connection there already. You're already friends, or they've already been seeing your content. Or if it's from your stories, and or maybe it's just a like versus a post, the opening or the way that you're going to do it is going to vary. Or if you've made a post in a group, the trust or the connection that's there with you is going to be different to someone who's a friend with you on Facebook who's already on your page. So always remember to use situational awareness. And generally speaking, if something doesn't feel right, it's because it's not. So just remember to take it slow and check in with what your feelings are telling you. So let's jump into it. So the intention here is basically just to connect with these people deeper and to really find out more about their situation. So if someone's just commenting on your stuff, and I'll just preface this by saying, generally speaking, in my opinion, it's never too early to send someone a direct message. But there's a way to do that. And yes, there's all the spammy stuff where people just spam, spam, spam. This isn't what we're talking about. What we're talking about is when someone's been engaging with your stuff versus you just reaching out to them in a different way. So, generally speaking, it's not so much what you're doing; it's how you're doing it, just as much so. So, in my opinion, it's never really too early to send someone a direct message because what you're doing is just engaging with people who have been engaging with your content. They've been coming to your shop or your market. Um, so yeah, use that situational awareness, but understand what the intention is to just go in a little bit deeper into their situation and connect with them on a deeper level. And the key reminders here, guys, is to always engage naturally. Be curious. Let your curiosity be your guide. It drives your questions that you're asking. And essentially, what we're doing here is just asking more questions. The way that we find out more about the people is by asking more questions. Also, remember to take it slow. You don't need to push anything, try to get it somewhere. Just remember to be natural, take it slow. And of course, have fun with it because why do we do this thing? Because it's our passion. We love to do it. So remember, have fun with it, guys. So, general procedure to follow here, and just remember that you have scripting for this in the Messaging Mastery download that's in this section, the ethical sales section. So, go ahead and download that and look at the scripting for this. But this is a general procedure to follow when we're moving a conversation from post to DM. So, let's say someone comments on your post, right? What you want to do is you really want to make the most of everything that you post. Um, so when someone's commenting on your stuff, it's always best to really engage as much as you can with the people who engage with you. So like and reply to their comment, and I like to use reflective questions. So just clarifying what they mean. And you can also add a little personalized thing here. You can acknowledge what they said and then ask a question. That's a general rule to follow when messaging for me. Acknowledge what they said. Sometimes you want to relate to it. Oh, yeah, no, I've been there myself, or many of my clients have been there before. You're not alone with that. And then ask a question. So always like acknowledge and ask a question. Sometimes you want to add the relate part in there too. Acknowledge, relate, ask question. Just ask reflexive questions. Someone comments, what do you mean you can never seem to keep it off? And then if they don't reply, just follow up. Tag them. Just be like, checking back in here. When they do respond, they might say something like, I eat good on weekdays, but then I just eat a lot of junk on the weekend, and then I feel guilty about it. And then what you get to do is acknowledge that. You see in this part, you acknowledge, I hear you, John, or I hear you, Mary. I've been there myself, and many of my clients have too. So how long have you been trying to lose and keep weight off for? So I acknowledge, relate to their situation, ask a question. And generally speaking, guys, for me, the time to move the engagement from a post to DM is if they've commented on your stuff twice, commented on the post twice, meaning they commented, I relate to this so much, whatever they did on your post. you liked and commented on them and asked another question, and then they responded again and told you more and opened up more, that says that they are open and responsive. And for sure, maybe you can gauge the level of openness and responsiveness. Maybe they just wrote a 1 or 2 word answers. They're not not that open. You can still move it to DM, but you may need to do a little bit more cautiously or carefully when you do take it over there. Generally, how open and responsive they are engaging with you will dictate how you sort of open the conversation in DM, if that makes sense. So general rule of thumb, if they comment on your stuff, you like and comment back on their stuff, and then they respond once again to the question that you asked them, then it's time to move it to DM. And so you can then ask them another question, and then put in PS, just send you a message. So they reply, then you ask another question, and after that you press send. Then you go over and you send them a DM, your friend requests them, and then just write PS, I just sent you a message. And then you go over in a DM message, something along the lines of, and once again, the scripting's already in our units, just, hey name, just wanted to move our conversation here so it doesn't get lost and a little bit more private. Send that message. You mentioned you've been trying to lose weight for about 4 to 5 years now, but struggle to keep it off. Do you mind if I ask a few questions about this, just to see if I might be able to help? Send. And then what I like to do is go over and engage with their stuff. Be generally authentic and curious about their stuff. You see them posting on something, like and comment on a couple of their posts in a real authentic way. And now the connection is deepened. The connection's formed more. The conversation's gone a little bit more private. The connection's deepened, and it's going to open up the capacity for you to learn more about them. So that's it, guys. Remember to have it be natural, be curious, take it slow, have fun, and remember. Also, add them to your pipeline. We're going to do that later on, but remember to add them to your pipeline, because now that's a list of all the leads that you have going on. So, but just remember, when you're moving a conversation from a post to DM, have it be natural. Let your curiosity be your guide. With the questions that you ask, be curious. Take it slow, have fun with it, and if you're not sure, you can always just ask permission. Would it be okay if I send you a DM to ask a little bit more about this? So when you do move it to DM, just ask permission. Would it be okay if I ask 2 or 3 questions to learn more about this? And they always have the right to say no, but oftentimes what you'll find is people will appreciate that and open up a little bit more. That's it, guys. I'll see you on the next one about the discovery process.